I'm Microsoft Sam. And today, I will be reading the disclaimer, because SPC Cleveland 3891 wants an unlady voice doing it. Anyway, this video is owned by the property of SPC Cleveland 3891. Profanity, although censored to the best of my ability, will also be present in this video. Seriously, if you can't handle it, just leave, because, if you're gonna be on my case about it, then you. Anyway, enjoy the video.
How's it going, everyone? SPC Cleveland here. Let's do this a little bit differently. There we go. Right in front of you is my brand new Eton Zoneguard weather radio. This radio came in the mail on Monday. And since I deleted the unboxing video, I decided to make this video just to show it off a little bit and discuss the features. So let's take a look at the radio itself. You have a big beacon up here that says American Red Cross.
I got to mention about this beacon. It will light up three different colors: red, yellow, green, or not yellow. Red, orange, green for warning watch statement, or warning watch advisory. However you want to interpret that, you can to your ability. So, anyway, I'm sure I'll add more clips in here if I forget anything. So,
and then you have the buttons, the power button, the alert on off, arrow keys, menu button, and then the alarm button, and then the snooze button. This turns the alarm on and off. And then your 6 presets. That's for AM, FM. And then on the side, there's even more buttons. Weather band alert, which puts it on alert mode. Weather band. I have yet to actually see this thing go off. So, AM, FM, and then memory. That's for AM, FM as well. On the side, even more volume buttons. And then the back, I'll say right off the bat, this radio is skinny. So this is kind of bringing my old series back of radio reviews episode, except it's not really. It wasn't my original series, by the way. So I wanted to stop doing that series just because take my time and people are not available. So, anyway, I have my Zoneguard on a stand, which this thing does come with a stand, but this stand can be taken off. Doing it with one hand is not the best idea in the world. There you go, though. You just take this off. You do not put it in this way. It's a bad idea. Instead you put it in this way. But if you don't use the stand, you would have to mount your Zoneguard up on the wall with either screws or, like myself, Velcro. Which I don't have the Velcro to demonstrate this, so I'll just put my hand on it, and now it's up on the wall with the antenna. So, anyway, we'll just put the stand back on. Just wait for it to click, just like that. So now let's go over the features of this radio. I'm sure you guys all know that have a Zoneguard, know how to operate a Zoneguard, but for those of you who don't, I'm here to help you. Weather alert. It puts the... Actually, no, I don't want to start there. Let's start with the power button. If you hit the power button, it'll show the clock, which I believe it'll show the clock when you open the radio. I forget. If you hit the power button when the radio's on the clock, it's showing the clock right now. If you hit the power button when the radio's showing the clock, it turns on the weather.
Highs in the lower 70s. Chance of rain 50%. Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a chance of showers.
To turn it off, you either press the weather band alert button or the power button. Note, I was told if the radio is not in weather band alert mode, the radio will not go off whatsoever. So if you want this radio to go off for alerts, make sure you hit this button. Anyway, next button down here is the alert on off. In case you still want your radio to at least receive the alert, I believe. You hold the alert on off button and it will say alert on. Oh, that was wrong. I did it wrong. You would hold alert on, off. Sorry guys, I'm learning on the spot here. It'll show alert on, alert off. You would just see it like that. And then see how that's flashing down there? When I turn it on, it flashes voice. When I turn it off, it doesn't flash. This means it's in display mode, I believe. So the radio is in display mode, and if you have it on alert mode,
Of 49.
it'll only show the warning. I don't know. I still have not seen this radio go off or anything. So, yeah. I'm at school when the weekly tests are out, by the way. Oh, speaking of which, do not fall, which I believe it's going to. Here's the weekly test on my recon. Yeah, the recon can show previous issued alerts, as I'm sure you're aware of. So that memory button is good for more than one thing. Anyway, next. You have the up, down, left and right buttons. If you hit the left or the right button, it'll show no message for a hot second, then it'll go away. Yeah, same. Those buttons won't do anything when the radio's off. However, if it's on weather mode, or if it's like playing the broadcast, if you hit these two buttons, it'll switch the channel. That's KHP59. This radio, as always, is on KDO 94 on Channel 1 in Akron, Ohio. However, if KDO 94 were to go off the air and my alternate channel is on the air, KHP59 and maybe WNG 698 are next door. Are next up. Anyway.
Freeze.
See, Channel 5 gets two different stations for me.
Miles per hour. Thursday, widespread frost in the morning.
Put that on alert mode. Actually, yeah, no, I keep it off since it's late at night. Actually, let me turn off all my radios real quick. If I show you something on the recon, what was I going to show you? Oh, yeah. If I go into the channel here, channel select.
It's cool with low in the mid-50s.
For some reason, channels 2, 3, 4, 5,
Saturday,
and
most cool
6
times in the upper 60s.
still relay KDO
Southeast
94.
in the morning. Highs in the mid-70s. Chance of rain.
I don't get why, but okay. Hold on, let me turn this thing off. Anyway, I'll read the manual if it still shows the alert on the recom later. Back to the Zoneguard. Next up is the alarm button. This turns the alarm on and off. I have mine set for 6 a.m., but I don't use any of these for alarm clocks. Obviously, I don't use that thing for an alarm clock because it doesn't have a screen. But if I were to use it, it would all go off at 6 a.m., and I don't need that. And then the snooze button, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. Now, the buttons on the side. Weather band alert.
The temperature of 49.
If you hit this button, the radio will go into alert mode, and it'll receive alerts. And then this turns on the weather radio broadcast again.
At Meadville, it was cloudy.
And then this does AM/FM.
And unless you want to wax poetic about Jared Allen, becoming one of the best centers in the NBA.
Go Cavs. And then that's just from memory. I'll demonstrate it real quick.
Earned the right to have the national pundits talk
Score,
about
and
the
then you hit one
Cavs.
of those
And
numbers.
everyone's like, oh, I don't need to hear the national.
Anyway, that's loud as. So yeah, I have to adjust the volume for when I'm using AM, FM in the weather radio mode. Anyway. Now, let's go into the menu functions. Set up time. You hit the right arrow just like you do on the Radio Shack 12-259. And then you would set your time. Defeat siren. Now, notice something real quick. It says defect siren. Defect siren. Set the siren. I was just a bad. Anyway, I don't know what I did there. I spazzed out. Anyway, county, all, single, multiple. Did them wrong. And you would type in your county code. I'll do mine real quick since why not? 0. So let's see. Summit County is, I believe, 0391553. Anyway, put that back on all. I just want to do that real quick just to show you that you have to put your same code in there. Unlike the WR120. Alert mode, we keep that on voice. And siren, voice. Actually, no, you hit the menu button to stop that. And then set up your alarm. You would set your alarm time and then wha-bam. Also, in the AM FM mode, actually, let me get out of the menu here real fast.
Tired trope of, well, seems like he's not happy here in Cleveland when they have zero evidence to back that up. They have zero evidence. Nobody in Donovan's camp or around Donovan has suggested he's not happy here.
You hit the preset button to set your stations. I already have a station set.
On the other teams. Rightfully so. The other games have been better. The other games have been more interesting.
So,
Saturday was wall-to-wall awesome NBA. People are calling it one of the best NBA playoff days of all time.
Turn that off. So that's pretty much it on the Eton Zoneguard. Obviously, actually, one more thing. The antenna is built in to the radio. So, your antenna's like that, and then you extend it. And then you don't really notice until that. And then you can't move up or down with it. You can only go left or right. Obviously, I'm not trying to break this antenna. But yeah, I want to show that. And then the adapter is plugged in right down there. And then the battery cover has no batteries in it yet, but I have a pack of batteries coming in tomorrow. So I'm gonna put batteries in that when that arrives. And then this thing sits over here. Yep, so there you go. Looks nice. Alright guys, that is the review and show off of the Eton Zoneguard. I hope I didn't pull a Stop Kyle 4. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.